Fantastic. All right, so just a quick introduction. Good evening, guys, or good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Oluwasheitan Ojabi. I am the founder of Developing Africa. Developing Africa really is a nonprofit. Our goal is to empower youth with entrepreneurial and self-development skills for free or at an highly discounted price. We're also working to redefine the outlook of Africa, both within and outside of Africa. And today we have this amazing, phenomenal person, Mr. Abayomi Adewumi, who will be teaching us all you need to know about preparing your business for funding. We already started a little bit before some of you guys came in, but today promises to be amazing, and I'm going to hand it over to Abayomi to introduce himself. As we go on in this webinar, if you have questions, if you have anything, please feel free to put them in the chat window. I'll make sure to address those and have Mr. Abayomi attend to it. Of course, it's probably going to be a very interactive session, so you can also come off mute and ask your questions. But yes, let me hand it over to Mr. Abayomi, or Abayomi.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this class. Shaitan rightly said, my name is Abayomi Adewumi. I'm a business development consultant. Some people call me business planning expert. Some call me coach, whatever suits you. The main focus, and like I do tell people, my mission is to reduce the mortality rate of business SMEs in Africa. So whatever fits into your narrative, it's okay by me. Thank you so much for inviting me to Developing Africa. Shaitan has been doing a wonderful job on this platform. I've been on this platform more than twice or thrice, and it's been wonderful every time. Lovely audience, lovely class, and I hope that we're going to have a wonderful time together today again. But that is not hinged on me alone. This is going to be as participatory as possible. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a lecturer. As much as possible, I tell people I only facilitate learning process, because we are not university students or primary school students again. I don't teach. So I, as much as possible, want you to learn. So I'll facilitate the learning process using case study, using illustration, using analysis and analogy. And that is what we're going to be majorly working on today. So before we dive right into it, I was talking to Ambrose. I don't know how many people are online right now. If it's possible, I would like to, you can use the chat room to drop your comment. If you are on this class right now, drop your comment, let me know. You're doing two things. You're encouraging me, even though I cannot see our faces at least. That means I know that we're following me. And if it's okay by you, Shaitan, I will be sharing my screen with...
Yes, please.
So let me get it ready to share this screen with you. Okay, so in the meantime, I was talking about Ambrose. Can you please unmute my Ambrose? I love the fact that we started with that case study. So by the next 5 minutes, while I get my slide ready, it's going to be a very interesting class, but let's get into this using Ambrose as a case study, and that would introduce what we're about to learn today. And just because we talked about funding, let me just get your mind ready. I'm not going to be distributing $10,000.
It just broke my heart.
I even came with the mindset that they are distributing money in that place today. Developing Africa is distributing.
Yeah. Well, maybe I will share part of the one you sent to me. When you send me $10,000, I will share with them.
Okay. I like that. At least it's a prayer. If I'm able to send you $10,000, my account was really empty.
All right.
So, over to you. We're talking about your business. So you started basically, and you said you've been moving with friends, families, and foes. That's interesting. I don't know how you know your foes or how you identify them. So basically, I was going to ask, so what did you do at the start? How did you get people to give money, or did you start with your savings? Just walk me through that. What happened in 2018? We're going somewhere.
Okay. All right. June 2018, I resigned the job. My final take home there was 40K. So I got home and I told my wife, where you go suffer small, hold this 20K while I ride.
Yeah,
And
brutal.
she was like,
You told like
yeah,
that.
yeah, you just have,
And you just sleep in
yes,
this
yes.
room.
Yeah, we sleep in the same house. What do we do? So she was like, I know whatever you set your mind on, you get it done. So push. So I went out there with over 11 years of experience. I just met a few. I actually did what we call quick wins. My link in the past met them. I work with this new company now. This is what they do. They start you small, this, that. And it's a very competitive interest rates, 3% and all. So they're like, okay, no be you. So far now you know if you give me bad thing. And then we gave the first 20,000 out. All right. Fortunately, the lady was like, in 1 month, I'll pay your money back. Oh, good. And then she paid back. And then we started moving just like that. So I met a few friends. I printed my account statement. They saw what has been happening for the past 3 months. And I, okay, take this 50K, take this, take that. And we hit the jackpot when I met an old client and I told him I was tired of seeing this problem I can't fix. And I've even resigned my job. So there is no going back. It's like you cross the bridge, you burn it down, so you don't have an option of going back. And then he broke the first barrier for us and he gave 1 million. And before then, I was saying, God, if you can give me 200,000, I am done. And the 200 came, and the prayer point became, if you can give me 500, and it came. And then if you can give me 1 million, and then it came, basically just like that. So it has been on like that. And now people see a relatively okay account statement. And like, okay, this guy is doing well. And then 500, 200, someone has even given us 12,000 before. Just like that, we don't reject any amounts. Just like that, we kept pushing, and here we are. We've tried to position ourselves for international funds, but uh, we are relatively small compared to, okay, someone asked me, Ambrose, what if I approve a check of 24 million to you? $1 million, actually. And I didn't even know when I said it. I said I would collapse. And the guy just laughed. Yeah, because it's not just about the money this time. A whole lot of structures have to be put in place. But so far so good. We're learning because we're increasing gradually. So we still operate from one of my rooms in the house, one of the empty bedrooms. That's my office space. We still operate. So because of that, we came up with a product that's very fascinating. You don't come to us, we come to you. We operate business with you in an area that is convenient for you. Okay.
Quick one, Ambrose.
Shoot.
I think you've basically stated what I wanted to hear at the beginning. So the first thing was you had a clear value proposition in mind. You had a clear understanding of what you wanted to do. And that is
Exactly.
the first step of any business process. See, a lot of people do business and they say they want to run a business, they want to do this, but there's no clear understanding of their value proposition. And without a clear understanding of the value proposition, there cannot be a clear articulation of the value proposition. There are two different things for you to understand and for you to even articulate it. So you understood what you wanted to do. You could sell the idea to people by articulating well, and you just continue telling anybody that you can tell. And there's something you said, you started with what you have. So a lot of people are always saying my idea is bigger than my idea. If I don't get 10 million naira, I can't do my idea. So there's one word I only have for you. If you cannot do anything you are doing, if you cannot scale it down to the amount you have with you, then you are not yet ripe for the project. So get it right. If you cannot scale it down to any amount you have with you, then you are not yet right for the project. If you force yourself to start the project, you'll get stuck in the middle and you will be frustrated. So it's very key to understand this. Although people find it difficult and they think, oh, soon enough, I'll get it right, I'll do this right, and I'll do that right. So the first thing is understanding your business model. In fact, that is how you can even tell anybody. If you're going to talk about anybody investing in you, if you don't understand your business model, if you are confused about it, essentially what you're asking is people to come and fund your confusion. And no one will fund your confusion except he just wants to waste money, is La Rocha. How many of us know about the La Rocha story?
Yeah, please share.
He's wasting money like La Rocha. So La Rocha was the first millionaire in Nigeria, first acclaimed millionaire in Nigeria, and he sells water. He sells water. So, and even though he sells, he does a lot of business. In fact, he was as rich as they go to dry clean his clothes for him in United Kingdom as at that time. And they bring it back to Nigeria. He was that rich. But the Yorubas will call him Alaru Dale Bila Rocha, meaning that he just is too generous. He doesn't need to believe in your business. You say you have a problem, all he needs to do is, oh, you have a problem, bring it. I'll solve it for you.
Are you having difficulties sharing your screen?
Yes, I've been trying to do that.
You were able to actually, because I saw it a few minutes ago and then it went off again.
Okay, you saw the.
I saw the business funding webinar, or slide rather, and then it went off again.
Okay, let me try to share it again now. Okay, let me know when you see it. Let me know when you see it. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it now.
So you can see it now.
Yes, please.
Okay. Great. So
you took it off?
Yes, I'm going back there now. So quickly, like I said, you understood your business model, and that was why it was critical for you. So going straight now, so let me quickly go through my slide, and we'll come back to you, Ambrose, and then we'll walk through something. I'm sure by the end of the class, you will see some things you can do and something you should be doing about your business.
All right.
So, like I rightly said before, Shaitan, can you see my page?
Yes, please, I can see it.
Okay, great. So my name is Abayomi Adewumi. Like I said earlier on, I'm a business development expert. These are the few things you might need to know about me. My Instagram handle, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, everything is Abayomi Adewumi. My Adewumi has no N. So you might find the wrong person if you put N in my Adewumi. So that's me, smiling at you. I know I look cute. So before we go into funding and everything like that, see, we need to understand the environment we are in. We need to understand what is the situation right now. And one of the things you have noticed all around right now, so because I don't want to just talk about business funding in a bubble. I want to relate it to what is happening right now, COVID-19, post-COVID-19, economic shutdown. So what is the reality we have seen? Economic activity has slowed down, and it's at a halt in some places, it's picking up in some places. Some places it has picked up, they are slowing down again because they are shutting down. What is this? What does this mean for businesses? Some businesses have had a major increase in demand. Some businesses have had their sales slow down, and some businesses have completely shut down. So just follow me. I will run through these slides. I think I'll come here later. I want to share tips for businesses. I'll come there later. Okay. So what is happening right now? What are the things that are going to happen after now? You're going to be seeing. The lockdown will be gradually relaxed for economic activity. As we can see in Nigeria, they're already relaxing it. They are relaxing it little one after the other. Government will seek to reactivate the economy with soft loans. And you can see that already there are about 2 or 3 different big money loans that we already have from the federal government. One was from the CBN SME loan that they just released post-COVID-19. And there's some other loans they have out there to reactivate the economy. Also, international and local organizations will create more funds for grants. That is also important. Then this is very key. Investors will seek strong startup they can invest in, merge with, or buy off. So there's this aversion of especially Africans or Nigerians towards anything apart from people just giving you money to do business. When we hear merging, we thought, no, I cannot merge. Your partnership is bad. Buying off, no, my sweat is on this business. I can't sell it off. So funding can come in different ways. Funding can come as a reason of, okay, I'm giving you grant. It can come as a way of loan, come as a way of I'm buying a part of your business, I'm investing into it, come as Oh, we are merging together to increase our customer base. We are merging together to increase our war chest for marketing. Or you could come as a total selling of your business. See that, okay, I've taken this business to the height in which it can get to. Let me sell it off right now, make a margin, and invest in other things that I can start up again. So you're going to see a lot of that happening in the economy right now. So what do you need to be prepared for? 4 things. 1, revamp your business model or develop a new one. So if what you're working on right now, if you have a business that has been hit by COVID-19 and caused a shutdown, this is the time to look at your business model to revamp it. Or you might even need to develop a new business model. And just before you are wondering what is business model, in the next few slides after this, I will explain what a business model means to you. The second one is put your account in order. I don't know how many people were in when I was talking to Ambrose. You notice I was asking him some questions, and he didn't have to tell me, let me check my books, let me check this. He was giving me the data. What I was asking from him was important account information for a financial institution like them. I was asking him about their default rate, their lending rate, their present customer, their risk assessment. He understands the process, and because he has put his account in order. So for many of you who have businesses, see, funding will not locate you unless you are prepared for it. And even if the opportunity comes for you, if you are not prepared for it and you don't put your account in order, it will go by you before you are ready. So what do I mean by putting your account in order? You need to understand what's your cash flow like. What was your profit and what was your statement of financial position last month, or last 2 months, or last year? What was your statement of what was your profit and loss account like? What's your account receivables outside? What's your account payable? What's your inventory like? What's your margin? How much was your margin pre-COVID-19? How much is your margin right now in your business? How many customers do you have? For people who are in my private school, sign up for my 4 weeks Grow Your Revenue coaching that we launched this month. We had our first group session on Friday yesterday, and I gave them an assignment because I discovered that in the old class, while we were talking, I was asking about what was your margin like, what's your number of transactions like, what's your average transaction value like. Then I discovered that many SMEs don't even have a customer database. What do I mean by customer database? You don't have the name of your customers, their phone numbers, or their emails. How many times have they bought from you up to date? When was the last time they purchased from you? How many times do they purchase from you? How much do they spend with you every time they purchase from you? So you need to put your account in order. When you understand all this, these are important things that people will ask you. See, I've been on the board of people who are to revise business plans to give people money grants. I've been on this side. I've been on the side of someone who is applying for grants, and I've been on the side of someone who has prepared multiple business plans for various companies spread in different industries and at different stages of their company in different countries, from US, Africa, Europe, name it. So I understand these things, and when I tell you that put your account in order, nobody is interested in all those stories about, oh, when I create it, it's going to be so fine. That is the art side. Business is an art and is a science. So many entrepreneurs and many of you right now have a lot of focus placed on the art, the technicality. So I produce soap. So I'm telling them, say our soap is made from the best aloe vera. Our soap is made from the best extract. Wonderful. How does that translate to money for you? What is your business doing right now? How much did you make? We made 1 million naira last year. See, it's only an investor that is not smart that will stop there. The next thing I will ask you is, okay, how many customers made you that? How much did you make per customer? How many times did they order from you? So you need to put your account in order. I'll get there and talk about it, but that in itself is another class on its own. Putting your account in order is another class on its own. Just note all these things I talked about and understand how you're going to put it. If what you're doing is more of digitally inclined, then you need to start talking about what's your cost of what's customer acquisition cost for you, what's the lifetime value of your customers, what's the CAC to the lifetime ratio. If it's online, if what you sell is more of FMCG or quick service restaurant or product, majorly product, you start talking of how many times did they order from you, what do you make on every time they order from you, who is ordering from you. All these things are very important. The third one is have a growth plan that reflects the peculiarity of the season. See, the truth of the matter is, even the biggest of businesses were hit by COVID-19. There was no simulation, there was no planning, there was no genius that could have anticipated what happened between January and March in the whole world. All projections came crashing down. All strategy became obsolete. All plans went casted. So it's not you alone. So don't fret. Everything is spoiled. I don't even know where to go. See, money is coming. Money is already in the market. And when I say this, I'm not saying it from the position of maybe wishing. An organization reached out to me last week, and 2 weeks ago, we've been talking. They sent me mail. So we had a meeting on Thursday. Shaitan, can you hear me? I just want to know if people can hear this.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so an organization reached out to me, and the next thing they told me in the mail was simple that, see, we have money. We are sitting on a $1 million fund, and we are looking for people to invest in. We don't have the strength and the time to start seeking those companies that are suitable all around. We've gone through your profile, we've gotten referrals, and want you to introduce us to businesses that we can invest in your network. We're going to give you the industry we want to invest in, the term sheet, and everything and conditions. And please introduce businesses to us. We would like you to work with the ones we have in our portfolio too. That is just one. Like, literally, this is not fictional. This is something that just happened 2 days ago, and we are still in the process of signing an MOU and working on that. I'm literally talking of $1 million. So if you don't know the exchange rate of dollar today, that is about 450 million naira. So I don't want to hear anybody telling me that there's no money, there's no capital, there's no finance. The only reason why you've not gotten funding for your business is because your business is not actually ready for it. And I don't know whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Taoist, or even someone who does not believe that there is God. See, there's this universal law that when you are actually ready to do something and you have your plan clearly stated out, the universe conspires to make things happen and align for you. It has happened to me several times. It has been proven several times. Because these people reaching out to me was as a result of a plan that I set in motion in March and April. So getting funding, the money is not the problem. The problem is, are you ready for the funding? And how do you know you're ready for the funding? Everything has happened about COVID-19. Stop complaining about Buhari. Stop complaining about Trump. You are not in America, you are in Nigeria. Stop spending your time arguing on Twitter about how Nigeria is bad and how nobody can make it. People are making it. So you need to sit down and understand what exactly is happening in the economy right now. How much is Nigeria budget? Where are they spending this money? Where are the focus of the investment coming into the country going to? What are the things that people are doing to make this? So this is when I said have a growth plan. If in January you set a growth plan, that's even if you have a growth plan. I'm sure if we do an assessment right now, that how many people had a roadmap, a strategic roadmap for 2020 by January, I'm so sure we would have less than 10%. Shaitan, do you want us to try it out? So we ask people in the comment section.
That would be great. I mean, again, feel free to come off mute. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be comment section.
What did you say?
So feel free to. People can come off mute and answer those questions, please.
Okay. So, is there anybody that just want to share with you? You had a concrete, and when I say plan, I didn't mean. I don't mean vision board. Though. Vision board is good. That's on another level. That's on affirmation and making things come to life. But beyond that, I'm talking of a strategic roadmap that clearly say these are our objectives. This is strategy we want to take to achieve it. These are the tactics under each strategy we will use. This is how we are going to our milestones and KPI. This is the control put into place. Is there anybody on the call right now who has that in place in January?
Should we take that as a no?
So I'll take that as a no. Then we'll move on. So that really shows
Oh
exactly.
no, oh no. I was hoping someone else was gonna say something. We did have, we still do.
You still have. Great. That's great. And so how many people are on this call right now? I'm sure there are more than 10 or 15.
I think there are like 5 people. Yes, 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5. Okay, so that shows what I just said. I would have less than 10% of people who actually had a plan at the beginning of the year. So in the first place, I'm even saying, even if you had a plan at the beginning of the year, what you need to do right now is you need to have an adjusted plan that reflects the peculiarity of the season. Okay, how has COVID affected your business? What are you looking at about the impact on your consumers? You know, consumer spending has gone down because people are now considering what to spend money on. It's no longer a competition of between competitor A and competitor B. Now it's between necessity and luxury. And people are classifying which one is luxury for me, which one is necessity for me. How do you plan to adapt to that? So if I'm going to give you money, even if you give me all the account of what has happened in your business, I need to see a growth plan of, okay, how are you going to spend my money? And if you are spending this money, how are you going to make money back from it? What's the return on investment on every naira spent? What do you need to be prepared? You need to have all these things I've mentioned. The first 3 things I've mentioned all comes into having 3 things. Having your business documents in place. You need your business plan. You need your financial forecast. And you need your pitch deck that has an investment plan in it, an investment proposal in it. So it's not just enough to have a pitch deck. I'm going to explain what the pitch deck means so we all understand this. So let me take this one after the other. Are there any questions before I go? Because I'm going to be drilling down on developing a business model and revamping your business model and preparing your business plan and your financial model and pitch deck. I'll be drilling down on that after this slide. I would like to take a minute to answer questions, comments, feedback. Ambrose, any question?
No, not really. I think I'm just sticking in with the explanation. I'll do with that for now.
Yeah, I think we will proceed. As people have questions, they put it in the chat window.
Okay, so wonderful. So what does the business model mean?
Listen, me then go.
Hey.
What do?
Right, are you about to say something? All right, I've muted. Please go ahead. Abayomi.
What do I mean by business model? What's the business model? A business model basically describes how an idea will create value and capture value in return. And I'm going to go better into that so that you can understand it. If we do an assessment of this, how does, and I would have loved if we can get real-time responses on this. How does car manufacturing company make money? Anybody? They make money through sales of their products.
No, they make money basically through solving the problem of commuting, moving from point A to point B. That's my take.
Okay. So they make their money, they make their revenue through sales of their products and service.
That's true. The bag was never here.
Also,
I don't think they watched it.
how does
Partnerships.
Yeah, they make money through. I just want to focus on their major source.
Every time you watch it, they replace it.
So they make money through subscription. How does Facebook make money?
Through ads.
Ad revenue. Great, wonderful. Give yourself a round of applause. How does Jumia make money?
Through e-commerce.
E-commerce, yes, but that's not the e-commerce. Yeah, is a vehicle, but the model is actually commission and sales. They actually take commission from sellers and they also sell themselves. How does Zoom make money? Freemium. What do you mean by freemium? Anybody interested?
Freemium actually is bringing a premium quality, offer, and positioning it out there for free so that people can come in. You get their mail list, and from there they start to sign up for subscription-based services.
Okay, wonderful. You got it up to like 80%. One thing you just have added is for a limited period of time. Either for a limited period of time or limited usage of the application. Majorly Zoom and co use software company use that. So one way I always, because when you say business model, it's at the end of the day, it might look simple, but it has a lot of components in it. And one thing that I've trusted over the years to use for my clients is business model canvas. It helps you to visualize your business in one sheet. The first thing is value proposition. And when you say value proposition, a lot of people try, what do you mean by value proposition? It's a big grammar. Simply put, break this down into two parts and do problem and solution. So break it down into two parts, list the problem and list the solutions that you have. Are we with me? So we have the cost structure. How much time and money will be required for the value you are creating? What would you be spending money? What will be your cost centers? What will be your revenue stream? What will your revenue stream be like? And this is where you need to be very, very smart, because businesses that have adapted and are surviving right now. Hello?
Hi, right. It's been 3 times since I put you back on mute. Could you please stay on mute? If you want to say something, put it in the chat window. The background noise is kind of clouding whatever it is you're trying to say. Please. Thank you.
So, if you want to make money and you want to be sustainable in the market, you need to have more than one revenue stream. So, and the sustainability of your business is anchored on how many revenue model you can create within your business model. And I will show you with practical examples. Another part is key partners. You can't do it alone. So when Ambrose was describing his business to us, he mentioned 2 critical partners they have. They have MFBs that they partner with, microfinance banks, and they have credit rating companies that they partner with. So that's an example of partners. So look into your business. Who are the partners that without them, your business is going to suffer? We have key activities. What will you be spending time doing most in your business? And when we say key activities, we are talking of the activities that actually lead to the income generating activities. The value adding activities. So one of the danger for many people that do businesses on social media is they get caught in vanity action. So they are so busy chasing likes and comments than actually chasing sales. They confuse sales with likes and comments. So because of that, they spend a lot of their time looking for comments, paying for likes, not actually understanding what exactly are the things that I have to do in my business that adds to the bottom line of my business. Key resources. What are the resources you need to do this? Do you need intellectual property? What do you need? A special human resources skill? Do you need a manufacturing capacity? Do you need an office? Do you need an internet facility? What do you need as your key resource? Then we have the customer segment. Who are you targeting? And this is very critical. When you ask most SMEs today that who are your target customers, say, anybody between the ages of 18 and 90. That is not your customer. That's not your customer segment. That's not your key customer. Those are just your wish. So you need to understand who are your paying customers. Do you have any non-paying customers? How large is the group of these customers? How large is the paying customers? How large is the non-paying customers? Do you have multiple customer segments? And one way we always use this very well, you could segment your customer based on geographic location. Say, oh, I have customers in Lagos and Abuja. So Lagos customers, this them. Abuja customer, this them. You could do demographics and say female between the ages of 25 and 35 and females between the ages of 18 and 24. That is demographics. You could do economic and you could classify them based on socioeconomic classification. If you check the socioeconomic classification pyramid of Nigeria, we have the Sec A, Sec B, Sec C, Sec D, and Sec E. While the Sec A is at the top of the pyramid, that's the elite of the elite, 1% of the 1%. Then we have the B1, the B1, B2, or the B, essentially, who are the elites, who are the high class rather, the top 10%. Then we have the C, who are broken into high middle class and low middle class. So just study socioeconomic classification of Nigeria, you get what I've just explained it. So be honest with yourself and look at where your customers fall into. You cannot tell a customer whose annual income or annual revenue in their business or annual income into their household is less than 10 million naira, or let me just say it's even less than 3 million naira. Annual household, everybody in the household makes less than 3 million naira. There's some certain things you cannot bring their way. Because you know that even if they want to buy it, they don't have the willpower to buy it. We have the channels. How will your customers find out about you? That means, how are you going to move your value that you have created, that you have proposed to your customer segment? So what are the channels? Are you looking at brick and mortar? Are you looking at social media? Are you looking at email? Are you looking at phone calls? Are you looking at affiliate marketing? Are you looking at wholesalers? Are you looking at major distributors? Are you looking at direct retailers? Are you looking at e-commerce? What are the channels you're looking at? You need to be clear about your channels. And lastly is customer relationship. What type of interaction will your customer expect to have with you? Are they going to have a personalized relationship? So there are two kinds of products I sell. I have my personal service, my consulting services, which is on pay basis, is on personal basis. You book my time, we talk, you ask me to do a business plan for you, you ask me for a market research, you consult me to do a project for you in your company. That customer relationship there is personal. I know you, you know me, I manage you, you understand me. Then we have the other approach, which is the mass market. So I create digital product. I have online courses, I have ebooks, I have toolkit, business plan toolkit. I don't need to know you before you buy it. It's automated. The payment system is there. Once you pay, you get what you paid for. You don't need to make sure that, yes, and you can get email from me that are already automated that follows up with you and things like that. So that kind of relationship is more of mass market relationship rather than customized relationship. So for more understanding, I will share the business model canvas of some notable organizations. Let's start with Facebook. If you see this through Facebook very well, you see on the value proposition, the tag that is yellow as connect with your friends, discover and learn, express yourself. Under the channels, we have websites, mobile apps. That's how you use Facebook essentially. Customer segments. You're looking at anybody that is able to use the internet. What's the revenue streams on that? Free. Now, Something very interesting right now is most business models that are cutting across the world right now that are making waves have free revenue streams built into them, which is to get people that are loyal to the business and build a revenue generation around them. You see this in Facebook, you see it in Google too. So look into your business. What part of your business can you offer free in order for you to get them locked on to you? The moment you use Facebook freely to connect with your friends, discover and learn, advertisers and marketers will come there because they need reach, they need relevance, they need engagement. So look to your business. I was on a training, I think a month ago, and a lady was telling me about the fact that she does gifts. That how can she do something free for people? And we came together right on call that day. We created a plan for her about how she can have a free consultation session with her clients. And even if they decide not to buy from her, in fact, she should not ask them to come and buy anything or do gift surprises with her. Don't try to sell that to them. Sell your free service to them. Advertise for them to book a free consultation session on their next surprise party they want to throw. That you would speak to them, understand their preferences, or understand the person they want to surprise preferences, and with that, you give them a plan that suits their budget and their personality. Once you do that, once you have removed the barrier of does she know what she's doing, two is you have reduced the ambition they can have, and three, you have shortened the cycle of KLT, know, like, trust. Instantly, you move them from knowing you to trusting you. And what happens when people trust you? They will spend their money with you. So look into your business. What part of your business model can you work on to be that? This is for Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. See the business model canvas. You understand their value proposition is fast food. Their customer segment, fast food lovers and mass market. Customer relationship, they have standard personal assistance. That is when you walk into their store, they relate with you, the staff ask you, welcome to KFC, what would you like to have today? Standard personal assistance. Then they have the self-service in which you go on their website or you go on Jumia to order their food and they get it to you. So essentially, that's what a business model is. So what you're going to do for me is look at this model. Look at this model. Create a business model canvas for your business as it is today. Then create another business model canvas of where you want to get to in the next few weeks, in the next few months. And then now work your way back and say, how do you get there? You've done your value proposition right now, though. My value proposition is this. But where I really want to be playing is this. My customer segment is this right now. But where I really want to play is this customer segment. So get 2 cardboard. Do 1. Get 3 cardboard. Place 1 cardboard on the wall. Do your business model canvas of where you are right now, maybe on the left. Then leave gap in the middle. Put another business, cardboard. Draw out your business model canvas there of where you hope to get to. Then place the third cardboard in the middle of the two and write out how you're going to get from A to B. I hope that helps someone. Any questions, addition, feedback, clarification needed before I go on to the next segment? Shaitan, are you there?
Yes, I am. Please go ahead. CD, someone is coming up mute. Do you want to say something?
Okay, yes. I wanted to ask, how is it, like, for instance, now I want to launch into the digital space and create some digital products for a few targets. But right now, still going my junction process with my business model canvas, my pitch deck. So how do I come about? Like, how do I string these along? Do you understand me?
I don't think I
Can you
actually got
rephrase
that.
your
Please.
question, please? Could you please rephrase your question? I didn't quite get that, please.
Okay. I say this, that I'm in the digital space. I'm in the digital science. I'm searching around on some digital products with basically state management. So right now I'm on the process of documentation, preparing my documents, my financial forecasting and business plan. But right now, how do I string
Okay.
how do I string in the last thing you just said now? Yes, I don't know how I'm going to phrase it. How do I put this in? Like put this idea, not that I give my own picture as a startup. Because you rightly said now that business model canvas is where I am and where I hope to be, and then what I will do to get there.
So you're asking that how do you put that in your business plan or something like that? Am I right? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, so if you go through your business model, your pitch deck, if the and I'm going to get there to explain business plan, but you just want me to come early to explain that. So when we get to the business plan, we'll explain that. But essentially, this is at a strategic level. It's more of your own document. How do I put it? It's like promising your clients that, you know what, real estate company, showing them the 3D of a 70-floor apartment you want to build and for them to come and invest in it. They are seeing the 3D, but nothing concerns them with your architectural drawing, with your mechanical drawing, your other technical drawings. All they want to see is the 3D of how it will look, and then you taking them and making it a reality. This is more of a strategic document for you to make you understand what exactly you're going to be doing. It's a basis. It's simple. So it's a guideline for you. Many people might not go through this route. If you understand business planning thoroughly, you might not go through this route and take it big and understand everything you want to do. Create your marketing strategy using the stack planning tool, do everything the way it should be. But not everybody have the time to do that one. And then not even everybody has the competency to do that. So the business model canvas helps you to do that in a quick way, short way, and very succinct without any story. Do you get it?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay, so we can move on. So the second thing we talked about after the business model was you need to build your business plan. And when you say business plan, I'm going to start with this quote. Starting a business without a business plan is like going on a mountain trek without map. You will surely get lost. How many of you have ever been frustrated, like you are in an Uber, you are going to a place you don't know before, and then the map is just turning you around. The driver does not know the place. How do we feel? Anybody, just how would you feel?
I'm very frustrated, personally.
Yes. So that's exactly what it is when you start a business without a business plan. Now, I'm going to say something that might seem very controversial, but I'll clarify. See, there are two extremes about business plan. Now, there's one extreme and school of thought that says, see, the world has moved on. Nobody needs any form of business plan on anything again. You want to do something, just get out there to the market, do it. Who plan help in the first place? Any of the plan you make, when you get out to the market, will actually be obsolete. We don't need a plan. An extreme. There's another school of thought that will say, oh, you cannot do anything in business without a business plan. Anything you are doing is a waste of your effort. So there are two extremes. But I like to sit in the middle and I explain to people that, see, both of you are right and both of you are still wrong. In the sense that there's so much focus on business plan rather than the process behind it. See, business plan is a product of a process. And the most important thing is the process behind it, which is the business planning process. A business plan could take on different shape, format, size, numbers of pages, and that also answers the question of when people ask me and say, how many pages should my business plan have? How long should it be? What are the components that should be part of it? How do I do it to make it nice for investors? See, business plan does not have a format. Essentially, you are telling a story. You are a storyteller. You are crafting the story of your business. And you are not just crafting story, you are telling story with numbers, data to match it up, and you are showing where you want to get to in numbers, not in just words. That is what a business plan is. And essentially, the business planning process of it is what actually helps you to understand this. So the plan at the end of the day is nothing without you understanding the process. And that is why whenever a client contacts us to develop a business plan for them, one of the things I always make them clear is, we are not going to write a business plan for you. We are going to develop a business plan with you. You are well aware of everything from the inception to the financial planning, to the pitch deck, to the final document. You understand the process and you can defend it. And when you have that document, you can implement it. What is the essence of the 75 pages document you have that is gathering dust on your shelf since 2 years ago? The problem is not the business plan. The problem is you. Because the process was flawed. In fact, any good business plan is a continuously revamped and edited document. Every month you are revamping it. Something you think will work in your strategy did not work. You note it down, and with that, you are adjusting your strategy in your plan. Your business plan is a continuous document. It's not a one-off thing you do and go and sleep. And that is why when you approach investors with your business plan, start hearing like, oh, we did not see the things. They will not even tell you they did not see what they want there. They just tell you, try again. We are sorry. When you open that email and the email you see, thank you so much for applying. You know that the next thing is going to be, we are sorry, your application was denied. So, what's a business? A business plan is a written document that defines the goals of your business and describes how you will attain these goals. So, what are the reasons why you need a business plan? The first one is to attract investors, to see if your business idea will work. So many people always focus so much on the first one. You want to attract funding. But beyond that, your business plan is a potent tool, is your Bible that could be very instrumental to the growth of your business, that can help you, that can help save thousands and millions of naira if you really understand how to use it. In fact, your business plan can help to attract top-level people. So in your business plan, you have a page there that is talking about personnel management, talking about job description for each role. When you want to hire, you understand what position you are hiring for, exactly what the person will be doing, how what he or she will be doing will be bringing value back to the company, and what value he or she will be deriving back. When you are able to clearly articulate this, you will attract the right set of people to work with you. It helps you to monitor your business. It helps to devise contingency plans. How detailed should your plan be? Like I said the other time, business plans differ widely in their length, appearance, content, and emphasis is placed on different aspects of the business. It depends on the audience you're talking to. So we have 3 different types of business plan. We have the mini plan, we have the working plan, and we have the presentation plan. On the mini plan, there is less emphasis on critical details. At this stage, all you just want to do is test your assumptions, your concept, measure the interest of potential investors, and you are just at that point of ideation and testing out the market. And I'll give you 2 tools you can use here. One of the first, I've explained the first one, which is business model canvas. The second one is lean business plan. Here you are focusing on testing assumptions. So you don't want to go too much into writing 20 pages, 30 pages. You want everything on 1 to 2 pages. Fine, you are done. And that's why the business model canvas is very essential. Working plan. On working plan, there's a total emphasis on detail. It is used to review business operations and progress. It's like your Bible. Here you have your process plan, your marketing plan, your risk management plan, you have your financial forecast. Like there are things you can refer back to guide your day-to-day operations. Then we have the presentation plan. On your presentation plan, the emphasis is on marketability of the concept, the marketability of the business. You want to show investors, you want to show shareholders, you want to show stakeholders how good this business is. You're talking to your banker, your venture capitalist, or any of the other stakeholders. What you use here most time is your pitch deck, or what some people call investment plan. So there are so many ways you can put together different components of the business plan. But I'll focus on just telling you the four most important one that even if everything is not in your business plan, they must be there. The first one is overview of the business, which sometimes could be called executive summary. This describes the business, your product and services, your market research, your marketing plan, and a brief of your financials. Usually on 1 to 2 pages, maximum of 3 pages. The marketing plan, this describes your target market for your product, explains how you will reach the market. Who is your target? Who is your ideal client? What's your competition like in the market? What's your plan to reach this market? Then we have the financial plan, which talks about your cash flow forecast, your profit and loss forecast, your balance sheet forecast, your break-even analysis. If I sink this amount into this business, when will I break even? Investors love to see that. When will I break even? So if you don't know how to develop, a good business plan, there are 7 common parts you can put together if you don't know how to write any business plan before, and it's not about story. Get a new exercise sheet or open your Word document on your laptop. Now, get each of these on top of an empty sheet, an empty page rather. Executive summary, business concept, market analysis, management team, marketing plan, financial plan, operations and management. Get them all each on one free and empty page. Then start from the business concept. The executive summary should be done last because it's a summary of everything that is in your business. So at business concept, you're talking about what's your business. Okay, yes. Somebody asked a question the last time that how does your business model enter this? So in your business concept, you can we are trying to reach and everything. Sorry. Am I better now?
Yes, better now.
So at the business concept, you can insert your business model canvas there and show them this is the business concept that we've been operating on before. This is the business model we are looking to do going forward. These are the products and services we'll be offering. This is how much you'll be offering it. Just about your business. Yeah, okay, this is the team that will be handling the business. Then you come to your market analysis. Here you are talking about what's the national trend, what's the trend in your industry. Every industry has a trend. What's the growth rate like in your industry? And most times you see it as what's your CAGR. It's very important to investors. Another tool you can use your market analysis that is very critical and interesting is your TAM, SAM, and SOM. Your TAM is total addressable market, SAM is serviceable addressable market, and SOM is serviceable obtainable market, or some people call it share of market. You can use that to show your investor how big the market is, the categories in the market, what has been the trend in the market, how has been the market growing, what are the opportunities in the market for you, and where are you going to play in the market. This is critical to any investor. See, it is not enough for there to be a gap for you and an opportunity for you. Everybody will say, oh, is there a gap in the market that you are trying to fill? Good. Even if the gap is there, you need to ask yourself, is the gap commercial enough? So there's a difference. Sheita, am I clear? Is my audio clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so there's a difference between the gap in the market and the commercial value of the gap you have identified. If I discover that people in Lagos have a problem, and out of the whole Lagos, maybe in my own location where I stay, in my street alone, 10 people have the problem. Before I jump to conclusion that everybody in Lagos have the problem and invest into that, into developing such, I need to actually understand, are there enough people who have this problem in Lagos? And that's where your market analysis comes into play. How big is this market in size of customers, in revenue size? That means that shows us that you have the room to grow continuously over the next few years. So if I invest heavily in you now, my return on investment is going to be coming every year, and you can be growing and be turning around that money I give to you. That is how investors think. I'm giving you insight into the mindset of an investor. You want to understand how big that market is. I don't just want to throw my money to you. Even if you show me your margin is, my margin is 95%. Good. How big is the market? Of this market that is big right now, how much can you realistically target? Then another thing they want to see is your management team. What's your experience like? Do you people have the required expertise to lead this venture? That's why sometimes you will not get the funding for the business you need. You've presented your plan, you get it to them, but they are looking at your management team. It's you, your mommy, and your daddy. It's not bad to have a family business, but they must show competency in that area you want to use them for. In fact, if they have a business they've done before, it is very key to put them there. If they have experience in that field, let them know. Then it comes to your marketing plan. How do you intend to get the value you have created to the market? I want to understand your marketing plan. How much are you going to be spending on marketing? What will you be getting as return on investment on your marketing? How much will it cost you to get a customer? Because many people don't know that it costs an amount to buy a customer. Every customer that comes to your business costs you a certain amount. How much is it? When you get that amount, it is, how much is it going to cost? How much are you going to make on that customers over their lifetime with you? So maybe they buy from you twice in a month. How many years can you keep them realistically? So you need to come to your marketing plan and show that, see, I understand my market, and this is how I'm going to reach it. Then financial plan. Everything we have said is good, though, is nice. We now come to the numbers. Show me the numbers. So we need 20 million naira to start up business. This 20 million naira, these are our startup budget. This is how our startup budget is going to look like, a startup table. And we're going to spend our money year, and year. Now, when we spend it here, at the end of the day, these are sales projection on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, up to 5 years. And when we make these sales, these are what we'll be spending money on, our expense budget forecast. This is what our profit and loss will look like. This is how our balance sheet will look like. This is what our cash flow will look like. A very savvy investor will quickly go to your cash flow, because cash flow is king, is the blood of your business. The moment it dries up, no matter how good your business idea is, the business is dead. Then operations and management. How do you intend to run operations? Are you going to be producing yourself? If it's a production company, are you going to be outsourcing production to another company in Nigeria? Are you going to be doing white labeling? Are you going to be importing from China? Are you going to be doing collaboration? How are you going to be operating your business? And what is the rationale behind it? What's your management plan? What's your organization structure going to be? What's the reporting line? Do you have, what's the organogram going to look like now? What's the organogram going to look like in the next 1 year and in the next 3 years? At this point, I hope I've not been confusing you. I hope I've been convincing you. I'd like to take questions at this point. Don't worry, there's no need to rush. I'm almost done.
Do we have any questions in the chat window? So do you have any questions from the audience? I'll give it a few seconds for you to type and come off mute, whichever it is. I'll take questions from previously asked questions. Few more seconds. All right, so one question that someone had asked was, how do one business yield growth within a short period of time?
How will one business yield growth?
Yes, within a short period of time.
Understanding your metrics is very key. Two things is understanding your metrics and your marketing. See, you are in business to do one and one thing, to create a customer, a paying customer. So to grow fast, you need to understand your numbers. That's one. Two, your marketing needs to be sound. And when I say marketing, please don't come to this class and leave this class and start confusing marketing with advertising. Advertising is a subset of marketing. In fact, some people go as far as comparing marketing and say, are you doing marketing? I say, yes, now I post on Instagram. I run advert on Instagram. That is not marketing. It's a subset of marketing. So when I say marketing, it goes from your product development to getting money back, to getting feedback from your users. So you need to understand your marketing plan and have a concrete marketing plan that works and that is different. Don't just do the norm. Everybody is launching logistics company in a way that, oh, I've launched logistics company today. Everybody come and order. I open Instagram account, order, vendors order and reach out to me. When you reach out to me, I'll pick. Now it becomes very difficult for them to manage different orders at different times. Marketing is you coming in and thinking of your, working your way backward from your advertising and saying that, okay, there's a problem in the market. No, I want to be a logistics company, but I don't just want to be another logistics company. I want to look at the model that can work for me as a logistics company. So coming to your business model and say, you know what, I'm not going to be giving out my bike to say, people say, I want to order one. You know, vendors, I want to deal with you on a wholesale level. If you want to deliver, I'm only going to be giving out my bike on a daily usage. With rider are going to be on it. It will be fueled, and then you use it from morning to from a certain time to a certain time for a fee. So every vendor is saying, okay, can I bundle my orders together for a particular day and hire the bike? Or can two of us come together and bundle our offerings together on a day and use the bike for that day? So I reduce the headache of, oh, sir, where are you now? I went to pick in this. I don't want to deal with different. And then I want a stable source of money. So if I have just 5 customers, that one is open customers. One has taken Monday, one has taken Tuesday, one has taken Wednesday, one has taken Thursday, one has taken Friday. And I have one bike. If more than 6 customers come for me, I will need an extra bike. That is how to grow a business.
Fantastic. So for that, so understanding your metrics, being able to have a solid marketing plan, and of course knowing that marketing is different from advertising. Another question that we have is, can you sell an idea stage business model?
I don't want to discourage you, but one thing I'll tell you is you're going to stand as a great disadvantage. If you try to sell your business at idea stage, it will be difficult to get an investor. The momentum and the enthusiasm will soon die down. By the time you knock on $10, $15 and nobody is answering you. And even eventually when you get somebody, you get unfavorable terms because you are bringing an untested idea to the market. If I'm going to advise you, it doesn't matter anything, get your MVP ready. That's your minimum viable product. Even if it's just a landing page that traps people emails and gets their gauges their readiness to do business with you, get it ready. And like I said earlier on, if you feel like, oh, I don't have money to do my MVP, then that means you have not either thought through your business very well or you are not yet ready for that business.
Fantastic. We have about 5 other questions and maybe about 20 more minutes. So let's go back into the presentation and then we'll take more questions as we go. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So what are the key takeaway from the things I mentioned the other time? See, the lockdown will end soon. In fact, it will not end like ended. It will just be, we open the economy, we shut it down again. But the economic impact will be felt for long. There will be various funding opportunities that will open up so the world economy can be reactivated. A lot are already open and people will be getting opportunities for funding. So you need to revamp your business model. You need to revamp your business model and put your books in order. I'm going to come there to explain books in order right now. You need to put your books in order. So when I say books in order, I think I explained it the other time, but for people that are just joining, what I mean by putting your books in order basically revolves around your accounting and your metrics. What metrics are important to your business? You need to understand it. For a business in the quick service restaurant, a product-based business, you should be looking at your average transaction value. How much do people spend with you per time? This helps you to understand how to bundle your product and things like that. And when investors are asking you, it helps them understand how your business can do well. And it helps them to test your assumptions about your financial forecast. 2, under that is you need to understand your number of transactions. How many times do customers regularly buy from you, like in a month? 3, you need to understand your margin. How much does I was asking somebody, I think in my coaching class, I said, how much is your margin? She could not be clear on her margin because she does not even understand her margin. She said, I don't understand though. I just do everything together. As long as I'm being paid more than I think I used to buy the product. Then I asked, do you value your time into the service you are rendering? She said, my time care. I spend all the money. That's a critical example of something that can stand against you when you're with your investors, where people want to invest in business.
Let me come in quickly there and ask a question that I think is on the minds of a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of people. You know, as we all are doing our businesses, our entrepreneurship journey, there's usually the question around how do you place value on your time? So you're in a service-based industry, you're not necessarily selling products, you're selling services. How do you put value on your time? How do you monetize your time? Can you help us clarify that?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what works for me, and I'll tell you what basically is a best guess, best estimate, and your positioning in the industry. It matters. So about my own, basically for me, what I do every year, and maybe because I've gotten to a base point, what I do every year right now is I look at how much it costs me and I've spent on myself in training and development in the year. How much value have I added to myself? So I'm doing a course right now. The course cost me 350,000 naira. I'm running it for 12 weeks. I go to the class. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at the total value of, okay, I'm spending about 500,000 naira on that training. Then I look at it, how much has this added to the bottom line, like as a takeaway for my client, how much more value am I bringing to the table? Then I look at it, okay, how much does this service cost standard in the industry? And I take two parameters. I look at, okay, how much does it cost in the developed world? How much do people charge in Nigeria? So where do I want to place this my service? Oh, I want to be closed as premium. I want to be known as a premium price. I want to be known as a value price, a value brand. I want to be known as an affordable brand. So whichever this is will make me say, okay, I decide to take this amount. I'm charging this amount as a total of my services. Now, I now look at my time. If I service people, how many people can I realistically service in a day? How many hours do I work in a day? If it's 8 hours, I divide that number of hours. That's okay. You know what? If I'm charging 50,000 naira on this service, and I have to do 3 services in a day. I cannot do more than 3 services in a day. That makes my total maximum value that I can derive from my services and my time in a day is 150,000 naira. Understanding that, I put it aside, and I now come and say, okay, you know what? In 24, in this amount that I've spent out, that I've spelled out, how much is the cost that I'm paying out? Okay, maybe I need to pay for data, I need to pay for this. I remove all that. Then I project. If I do 150K and I do that for 4 times in a week, times 12 times 4, gives me my 12 months, my 1 month rather. I work 8 hours in a day. I divide that total value of, okay, I have 8 hours in a day. How much should I be earning apart from the company? How much should the company be paying me? If I see how the company is making, at the end of the day, I discover that the company is making 600,000 naira at the end of the month. How much am I due if I'm on salary as the CEO of this company? Oh, I'm due 200,000 naira. Then I divide that 200,000 naira per hour that I spend actually working in a month. And that's how I get, okay, this is how much I charge per hour. Now, it's a bit complicated, but if you're just starting out, basically what I would just advise you is look at how much you want to pay yourself in a month and divide it by the total amount of time you work in a month relative to how much your business actually make. So don't say, because I should be taking 500,000 naira, my business makes 600,000 naira, and I must get that 500 naira per month. I'll take it away. Don't do that. Try as much as possible to set enough margin for growth and marketing. It's okay. If I'm paying salary to someone like me running this business, at the level of this business, how much can this business afford? Divide it by the number of time you work in the month, and that will give you your pay per hour.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. So are there any questions from the audience? So far, we have talked about, keeping your books in order, ensuring that you have when you're applying for grants, ensuring that you put your accounts in order, making sure you have a business plan. Mr. Abayomi has done well to highlight the necessary things, the key factors you need to look at. So the executive summary, the concept, the marketing plan, and all of that good stuff. The next thing is you need to have a 5 years financial focused model. You also need to have like a pitch deck, an investment proposal. Do you have any questions? The audience, do you have any questions around any of these things that has been said so far that you'd like us to address? Any questions?
Okay. While we wait for them, okay, I was going to finish
Yes,
on
I
financial
do.
metrics the
Sorry,
other time.
someone is coming. Sorry, what did you say, Siri? What was your question?
Okay, so I want to ask this. Now, my idea is in the video prototype. Like it has gone beyond the just idea conception. Now I've done the whole prototyping it, putting it, fixing it where and what it should look like. Now I've done the product design. So what it's actually, and we're actually waiting for is to get funding so we can move it to the MVP stage. So how am I able to attract investors aside from everything that's been discussed?
Okay. I think I get you. And that was going to just be part of my, what they call it, transferring the mantle to you. I was going to discuss about positioning, things you can do to position yourself rightly. I was going to talk about that later on, but for now, since you asked, so I'm going to answer that at once and go into it. So, you have developed your MVP. No, you said you developed the prototype, not the MVP. Am I right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So what I would advise you to, okay, you have a prototype.
Yes. A product designer has already designed the video prototype.
Okay. So what I will ask you to do is this. One, you have a prototype. So what you are looking for is pre-staged, pre-seed funding because you don't have an MVP already. So what you have is basically you're looking for pre-seed funding. It's not easy to get pre-seed funding because your idea is still not yet tested in the market. You don't have paying users yet. Is it a tech idea? Is it a tech-enabled idea?
Yeah, I think so. I think she mentioned it was in a digital space, so I would believe it's a tech-enabled idea.
Okay, it's in the digital space. So something you need to look at first is understand who are the people that give pre-seed.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a tech idea.
So who are the people that give pre-seed funding? So you need to check that out. I think I still got a mail from Seed Star World Nigeria 2 days ago, sending me that they need people in my network who are early stage funders. So you need to first understand, okay, who are the investment firm, who are the investors that invest in pre-seed funding. Check that out. Which company does it worldwide? Check out the criteria. There are quite a lot of them in Nigeria. We have VGG, we have Echo VC, we have Ingressive, we have quite a number of them I cannot remember right now. But also look at the sector they invest in. It's very important. So you're not just wasting your time and sending pitch to people that are not really interested. So you need to actually get people. Another one you can check is Angel Investors Network. But you need to be sure that these people actually invest in pre-seed. I know that some people don't do pre-seed. Some people don't do seed. They only do from Series A funding, Series B funding. But there are very few people that do pre-seed. But understanding who they are first will help you understand what they actually want to see. Yeah, beyond that, your branding needs to be right. So you need to be out there. And then you don't wait for that miracle to happen that they will come. Start getting innovative out of it. What can you do before that funding comes? How can you go ahead with your business? What can you do manually out of those processes? Even though it is hard, it is tedious, what can you do manually? So there is credibility, there is track record for them to look at. These are important. Then, like I said, there's a branding part too. Because of you have all these things ready does not mean that your business document should not be properly designed. Don't just carry Word document and give to people. Let them have the metrics. Design something creative, show data in visually appealing way, and make sure your data are backed up. Not just, I think, ensure that your data have basis and you can defend them. So that's important. Also, invest yourself in joining networks of networks. Like we have so many networks of in Lagos right now and in Nigeria that opportunity about funding go there. We have Passion, I know about Lead Space, I know about Passion. See how you can enter these places to understand them and speak with them, and also attend industry events. At every opportunity, talk about your business. Oh, this is what I do. This is how I do it. Until you get somebody who's interested in it. I think I've covered that. I'm trying to remember something skipping my mind. If I remember, I'll drop it in again on what you should do to position yourself. Yes, also, if possible, have a one-pager landing page website that has your overview of your business, what you're doing presently, your vision and where you need to go, your management team in a one-pager website that already you can just give people to go there and say, oh, check us out here, this is what we want to do. And yes, another thing you can do to back up and show your veracity, if you cannot get people to actually pay you or spend money with you, conduct a survey. Get as many people as possible of your target audience to answer that survey, and use that survey to drive and trap their data. You can trap their data by promising them something on your services when it launch or something. Trap that data, use that survey to speak to your investors to let them know that, see, we've spoken to 1,000 of our target customers, selected target customers in Nigeria. This is what they showed us. 78% told us that they will be ready to buy this product if they see it. 65% said they are tired of the present solution. And so far from the test with you. We have over 800 ready leads that will purchase and work with us once this happens. I hope that answers your question. Any other thing you would like to know might have to be on a one-on-one basis, and I would like to see the peculiarity of your business to be able to advise you accordingly.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Are there other questions that we want to be covered, that we want people to, that you want to share so we can answer them?
Please, if she's satisfied, I want to get her feedback.
City, sorry. Did that answer your question? I think she said so, but let's just clarify. Did I answer your question? Okay.
Yes, sir. You did. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
But I think I didn't get the part on world pager landing page. I didn't even get that.
Oh, okay. It's just like you said you have a pitch deck right now. So your landing page is just like your pitch, essentially like your pitch deck, but not too detailed, showing everything about your business model, but more of an overview of this is who we are, this is our dream and vision, this is what we have done so far, what we have done so far, and this is the management behind this. It shows transparency, it shows that you're already out there.
Does that help?
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, it does. Thank you.
Fantastic. So are there other questions? Are there some slides that you want to cover about me before we take the other questions? Or this is...
Okay, basically, like I said, I ended up the other time, I talked about margin, average transaction value, number of transactions. These are the things you need to know when you'll be talking to investors about your business. If your business is existing already, these are questions they will ask you. Also, you need to, apart from margin, you need to know about your conversion rate. Your conversion rate simply means if 10 people ask about your business today, either through chat, call, text message, email, how many of them are you going to convert to become customers? That's your conversion rate. So if for every 10 people that reach out to you, 3 people become your customers and they pay, that means your conversion rate is 30%. So you need to understand that too. Another metrics you should be looking at if you are just starting out, you should be looking at your customer acquisition cost, lifetime value of your customers. And lastly, I said, in order to help your company have a better chance of gaining funding, preparing your business document is essential. Have it on ground. Work with it, make it your Bible. When the opportunity comes, most time it's not always about, give me 1 week. It's always about, oh, do you have anything I can look at? Can you just send it to me? That's how it happens. So don't wait till the opportunity comes to that starting. You see them, they run to come. I mean, I need this business plan done in 3 days. Somebody needs it right now. An investor is calling me from US. The problem is not developing a standard business plan for you. The problem is, can you defend it?
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Adewumi. Really appreciate the time and the effort. One question that I'll just take before we round up this session is, at what stage should an entrepreneur ask for funding?
Oh, thank you so much for mentioning that. I say this in every class about funding and business planning to let people know that don't take money that you don't need. And need is different from want. Don't take investment or loan to fulfill a want. Does your business really need it? Many people take money for ego. They fall into that ego trap of, you know what, the next thing is to have a fancy office in Ikoyi or Lekki, do wonderful Facebook ad and let people know that we have arrived, do OH, out of home advertising, do TVC, TV commercials, and be there, do cool things. See, sometimes all those things are smoke screen. If your business does not need funding, there is no need to take it. So you need to actually sit down and understand, if I take this money, what exactly is it going to do in my business? If I'm taking it, what will it be doing in my business? What directly will it add to? If I'm having a revenue of 1 million naira monthly, if I take this extra money, how much my revenue increase to? Will I have enough money to pay back this money, to pay back the returns on this money? You need to understand that. And also, when you are funding your business, there are two ways. You can go through debt financing or equity financing. So debt financing is when you are going through loan. You're basically going through loan. And I will not advise that for any business that is just about to start. Equity financing is saying, you know what, let's share the risk together. Give me money and take a percentage ownership of the business. Now, because I said there are two options does not mean that in practical approach, there are people use only the two options. People have been able to do a bridge. So that's why we have debt that can be converted to equity. We have debt that has a cap. There are a lot of things that people play around with. And that's why I talk to people that when people approach you to give you money, do not rush to take that money, especially when it is unsolicited. It's not like maybe you said you need money. Somebody just come to you and say, this your business is flourishing. I'd like to invest in it. Nothing has killed more businesses than that. Because when you get them in on the business, they don't understand the vision of the business. You are not clear on what you actually want to do with them. You don't understand anything about business investment. You rush into it, and soon enough, there is problem. The problem is affecting the business growth, and before you know it, the business dies. So you must be sure that the person investing in your business is investing principle aligns with your business growth principle. And where am I going? Somebody gives you 10 million naira to develop your business. Over the next 1 year, 2 years, you put in all the hard work. He's a silent investor. He doesn't come there, he doesn't do anything. Then in 2 years' time, he suddenly comes to you and said he wants to be pulling out money out of the business, that he wants to be recouping his investment. And you're telling him that, you know what, we still need to invest to grow this thing. Instead of us sharing 10 million, sharing 5 million naira revenue at the end of the year, let us save 2 million naira to reinvest in the and share it. And the man say, no, I want 2.5 million naira. Voila, has happened. It don't happen. I don't tell him. Egungun has entered express. So you need to be very clear on who is investing in your business. Does his investing principle align with your growth? So some people invest for the next round of investment. That if I invest in you now, I'm exiting at the next round of investment. Some people invest with you with the hope of, oh, I'm going to be getting chop money from you every month. Some people are going to invest with you because, oh, they believe in the vision and want to go the long journey with you. So you need to understand all these before jumping into investment. So in fact, I always advise most of the people that come to me that that's one of the things we do for people that do business plan with us and they want to go into investment. We give them an investment class to understand what business investment means totally. It's a whole ball game. Another trap that business owners get trapped in is somebody is coming to invest in your business, especially when it's not tech. They're investing in your business now, and you are not very clear to them on, but they are just investors. The owner of your business. So now you need to factor in your salary, because you are going to be the one sweating at the business. You should have a CEO salary, but that is not in the agreement when you started the business.
Yes, I think the network is breaking.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, you're getting bitter that they are getting all the money and I'm doing all the work. So there are so many angles to investing. Do not rush to investment. Understand the investor, understand the investment, understand the long-term vision, and how does it align with your business.
Thank you so much for giving clarity into that answer. And that would take us to the end of today's session. Thank you all so much.
Before you go on, Shaitan,
yes, please.
I think I have about I have 1 or 2 slides. I have an offer for them if there for anybody who's interested. Okay. Is that okay? Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, so many people have been saying, oh, I might not be able to afford your services for my business plan. I don't know, I might not afford it. Although I will advise that you get in touch with me and we can talk and we'll see how we can help you plan your business for funding. I'm saying you can reach out to me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. My name is Adewumi. send me a DM and we can take it up from there. But if you are someone who likes an hands-on approach, you want to do it yourself, good. So during this breakdown, I sat down with my team and we developed, okay, we've been using a particular set of toolkits to develop business plans for the companies we've worked with, and we've been able to use it to help them raise more than 100 million naira for different businesses. And this is something that we've been able to refine over the months and years. So we compiled everything together into something we call the business planning toolkit, which is something that can help you to do it yourself. And it contains business plan template, a Word document business plan template, with each topic, subtopic, subheading already there. All you have, in fact, what you're supposed to put in each subheading is already clearly written on each. We clarify what you should be putting in each of the subtopic in the Word document. Then we have the financial model, a 5 years projected financial model. So all you need to do is just input your numbers, play around with the numbers, and it gives you your profit and loss account, your cash flow, your balance sheet, your break-even analysis, even your financial ratios, your COGS to margin. It gives you everything that your investors might be interested in knowing about your business. We also added a pitch deck template. It's just copy and you just look at the headings. It clearly explains what should be on each slide. About 15 slides. Each slide, there's an explanation of what should be there. There's a business planning guideline document. This contains a PDF document that clearly walks you through the business planning process. And 2, there are carousels, images that are short tips on how to write a strong business plan. And then you also get a one-time documentary when you're done with your business plan and you just need a professional eyes to look through it for you, point out some errors for you, and point out some things you should review and edit. We'll do that for you. And all this normally the value of this is way above, is in hundreds of thousands of naira. Oh, okay. Many people don't want as much as many people to have access to this and be able to do it themselves. That's why the investment is only 20,000 naira. And the link to access it, Shaitan, you can help me type the link in the comment section or anywhere so that they can get it, is https://bit.ly/business-value-pack. Hello?
I am typing it right away.
Okay. A full link, https://bit.ly/business-value-pack.
I think that
what this toolkit is going to help you do is, over the time, it's going to get you ready for the toolkit. It might take you a month, it can take you 2 months, but you have somewhere to start from. But if you're someone who does not like stress, just like me, you just want somebody to do it with you and walk you through the process, we are also available to do that. Reach out to me on any of my channels and we can walk you through that, show you what to do, how to do it, and bring our team of experts to develop a world-class business plan that can secure that funding for you. Thank you so much for having me. Over to you, Sheita.
Thank you. Really, really do appreciate that. Thank you for that session. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to come off mute right now, or you can put some questions in the chat window, send an email to info@developafrica.org, or you can also reach out to Abayomi on the respective social media channels. So you can reach out to Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Again, the name is Abayomi Adewumi without the N, so WUMI. But thank you all so much for joining today. I appreciate your time. Are there any questions before we say final goodbyes or till later?
Question. I would like to get feedback.
Yes. Do we have any feedback as well? For this session, if you have feedback, you can also send an email to info so that we can relay it to Mr. Abayomi. But if you have a feedback, please feel free to come off mute as well.
Okay.
All right, fantastic. In the absence of nothing, I'm going to stop recording now. Thank you all so much for joining.